Hey everybody, welcome to our total body reset today. Let's get started. Go ahead and bring your feet in so that they are more narrow than your hips. As we're going to begin today working more so with your shoulders. So sometimes we work from the bottom up, and then some days we switch it up and we go from the top down. So let's go top down processing today. Roll the shoulders down and back, and let's just go ahead and let your left ear drop over to your left shoulder for a moment. Take a nice big breath here, and then exhale in place. Roll along your jawline. Bring the right ear over to the right shoulder. Press your left shoulder down away from the left ear as you hold this stretch. If you start to notice any strange, distracting sensations, also known pain, then ease up on any tension in your body. Let's roll along the jawline from the center. Inhale, bring the head to neutral. And now shift your eyes up to where the wall meets the ceiling without moving the head. So working first by fixing our gaze before we track the movement with the entire neck and head. As it feels comfortable for you, lift your chin up, maybe even lift the eyes up to look towards the ceiling. When you're ready, circle both arms back up and overhead. Big inhale, reach it up to the sky, looking up at the fingertips. Let's keep the gaze up high. Pull up and out of your armpits. Imagine you're trying to climb a rope so that we're able to encourage just a little more openness around the ribs and the sides of your spine. Go ahead and shift forward and back a few times. If you notice that you're feeling a little wobbly while we do this little shift in the weight, just remember shifts happen, but you're not going to fall down. It's okay. Shift forward, lift your heels a little bit. It's okay. You're not going to fall over. Big inhale, reach up a little more. And now drop the heels, exhale, bring the hands out to a T, pressing the palms down. Bend the knees deeply, flip the hips back, and start to reach the pinky fingers back behind you. From here, go ahead and look over to the right, turning the head to look towards the right fingertips while both shoulders press away from the ears. Push the shoulders towards your hips. Let's bring the head to neutral. Bring the head over to the left, looking over the left shoulder, looking back towards the left fingertips, and pressing the shoulders back towards your hips. We are working on strengthening the obliques, latissimus dorsi muscles. Act like somebody just dropped ice down the back of your shirt. 1, 2, 3, surprise. And activate your rhomboids, muscles behind the heart. Let's bring the gaze to neutral. Bring both hands onto your thigh. From here, exhale and relax your belly towards the thigh. We can always straighten the legs just a little bit more, hanging the head nice and loose. Shake the head yes, and turn it left and right. Maybe even exhale from your throat a couple times. Big exaggerated exhales. Hands on the thighs, bend the knees. Push into the thighs and come up halfway, finding a flat back. Take the arms out to the side again, airplane position to strengthen the core. Flip the palms, start to press your thumbs back, attempting to press the palms of the hands up towards the ceiling. If you're feeling any crunchiness or popping in your shoulders, that's right, some people's joints feel crunchy. Bend your elbows so that you're pulling the elbows in towards the ribs and waist. From here, push into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up with the hands. Exhale, palms forward, sweep the palms back and around. Reach the palms forward as if you're reaching out, holding on to a huge watermelon, not a brisket today. We'll keep it healthier. From here, bend the knees, push the hips back, holding in a squat position. From the squat position, shift forward and back again. At any time, shift forward and hold that lift in the heels. Imagine that you have maybe a small tennis ball or I can't say golf ball, that might be too small, but a small tennis ball or a softball between the knees. So you're squeezing the knees in towards each other while you're lifting onto the balls of the feet. We're doing this to stabilize from the tailbone up through your lumbar spine, SI joints, all the way up into the neck and the head. Drop the heels, bring the hands back. Inhale, stand nice and tall. From here, lift the chin. Look up towards the sky. At any time, if this creates discomfort, you can always look straight ahead. Now climb the rope again. Reach out from the sides of the body. We're still working from the top down. Reaching with both hands from here, shifting forward and back, looking up. And then adding in that lift one more time. Full body extension. If you think you want to experiment with this a little more, maybe even do a little bit of a back bend, I recommend try turning the palms behind you. So the pinky fingers would be in while the palms press back. The more we press the palms back, the more we may be able to lift the heels, press the pelvis forward, reach up through your sternum, and push the hands back even more. One more big inhale. Exhale, drop the heels, come halfway down, making a T with the arms. Hold it there, look over to the left. Maybe reach the hands past the hips. Bring the head to center, look over to the right. Looking back towards the right fingertips. Bring the head to neutral. Hands come onto the thighs. Relax the belly towards the thighs. Hang the head and the neck nice and loose. Fully decompressing the shoulders, the traps, and the upper back. Exhale from the throat, hopefully releasing the hips a little more. Big sigh of relief. When you're ready, hands are firm on the thighs, bend the knees, drop your hips back, press into the thighs, come up halfway, flat back. Extend the arms out and flip the thumbs back. Hold it there. Again, if you're feeling any crunchiness or any grinding in the shoulder joint, bend the elbows a little bit, pressing the shoulders away from the ears a little more. When you're ready, push into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, sweep the hands back. Palms come up. Hips go back. Holding it in a squat. Press those knees in so that they are in the same alignment as your ankles and your pelvis bones. Shifting forward and back a few times. You can just keep the shift. Sometimes it feels good to kind of massage as this creates a little bit of a flexion extension in your ankle joint. Or you can shift forward and hold it, holding that active flexion in your foot. Maybe lift up a little higher. When you're ready, drop the heels. Inhale, bring it up overhead. Let's step the left foot back, a very casual stride, very casual stride. You can turn that left toe out just a little bit or have both toes forward with a casual stride. Reaching up nice and tall, let's sweep our right hand back and around 3 times, 3 big circles, following with the trunk of the body. One more, big inhale. And exhale, inhale both arms up. Let's take the left arm back and around. Opening up again with the trunk of the body. The rotation is going to have different effects on each hip because of the split stance. It's going to open up the sides in front of the hip in a different way. Last one, inhale, reach it up. From here, pat yourself on the back with the right hand. Take the left arm down and around, working with the rotator cuff and shoulders. As you inhale, it's the same movement you would have if you were just to wake up from a good night's rest and yawn. Big inhale, open up, pull the elbows diagonal and breathe into the center of the chest. We're using our lung capacity in the upper chest to promote a greater chest expansion. Sometimes this can elevate our heart rate. Big inhale and exhale. Again, big breath in. And exhale. From here, slowly release both hands to your low back. Let's bend the front knee. The hands can be laced behind your low back. If you're going to lace the hands, I would say try putting the left thumb over the right thumb because we have the left leg back. If you're lacing the fingers, lace your left thumb over your right thumb. And I know it is a little brain challenge for the left and right hemisphere of the brain. Start pressing the hands back away from your low back, shifting forward. Start to lift that left heel and bend the left knee just a little bit. So both knees are gently bent. We're coming low into our center of gravity. Breathe into the center of your chest and lift the chin. Maybe even look up to where the wall meets the ceiling. Option to stay right here or shifting forward, come onto the tippy toe of that left foot. Holding it there so that there's even more weight bearing going on in your right leg. You can hold it right there, or if you feel like you want to experiment, start to lift your back leg, just the gentlest hamstring curl with the toe pointed. So we're protecting the Achilles tendon right now, and we are isolating the connection points behind the knee to tighten up the hamstring muscle. Hamstrings get tight naturally when we sit, but they don't necessarily get stronger when they're tight, same as the front of our hip. When you're ready, lower that back foot down. Inhale, both arms come up, big breath in. Hold it right there, look up towards the sky, climb the rope again. When you're ready, exhale, lower the hands down beside you, and let's step with our feet open to the width of the hips. Moving into the other side, stepping our right foot back, a very casual stride. So for me, a casual stride today, I am approximating the length of my own shoe, and I have that much length between my right toe and my left heel. That's my approximation of a casual stride. Keep a little bend in the left knee. From here, both arms come up and overhead. Just hold it there. When you're ready, take the left arm, circle it back 3 times. As we do, this is naturally going to create a rotation in the right hip and in the right knee. So we want to move nice and slow with this. One more big inhale. Of course, you could always do more. Let's hold it at center. When you're ready, circling around with the right hand, taking it back. There's going to be a little different of a sensation in that right hip when we do this. One more big circle all the way around. Inhale. And now reaching overhead. From here, pat yourself on the back with the left hand. Take that right arm back and around, bringing the right knuckles to the low back. As we inhale, pull the elbows open, focusing on the stretch. It's diagonal from your right hip up to the left armpit. You can even lean a little bit over to the left or lean a bit over to the right if you start to notice that there are maybe some shifts in the rotator cuff or upper spine. One more big inhale, open it up. And now exhale. Inhale, bring the left arm to the low back. Both hands can stay resting at the low back, or lace the fingers again. And this time we're lacing the right thumb over the left thumb. Roll the shoulders back, straightening out the left leg a little more, but knees stay soft. Inhale into the center chest. Big breath in. Look up, maybe even open the throat a little more. Stay in place with the exhale. 2 more big breaths in this position. Using the expansion of the lung to stretch the chest and also strengthen the rhomboids, the muscles behind your heart. So ultimately, we're doing this to improve posture. 1 more big breath. And exhale. When you're ready, slowly release those hands out. Bring them up overhead. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly come down. Easy does it, reaching back. We can hold it right here, or we can put the hands on the front thigh, which could provide a little more support to the spine and help us to feel a little bit more stable. From here, as we shift forward a little more, bending the left knee, we're bending our right knee and peeling up that right heel. So already when we peel up that right heel and when we bend that right knee, we are doing more weight bearing on the left side of the body. It's going to be more work for your left hip, your left knee, your left foot. Roll those shoulders back. Again, if you want to open the palms a little bit more, you can. This will usually require a little more physical effort. Option to come onto the tippy toe of that right foot. Again, just changing the position of the foot. There's less weight that's going to be on that foot. Physics, there's going to be more weight on the left leg. Again, you can hold it right here. Work is subjective. Whether you lift the foot or not, your body is working. Let's cover that back leg as an option, keeping that point in the toe. Remember to relax your jaw. Any tension moving up the leg into the hips can also cause you to clench your teeth, and it can cause you to have 11s right here. That means that your eyebrows are doing this. So relax your eyebrows, let go of the 11s. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, set that right foot down. Relax for a moment. Step forward. Feet are at the width of the pelvis bones. Let's reset with some symmetrical flow. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms go back. Exaggerate the breath. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale back. When you're ready, hands come to the hips for balance. Let's step the feet out either to shoulder width, or if your body permits, take it just a little bit wider. We're beginning with our toes forward as a foundation here. Let's lift our left toe and swivel it out to the side. Check in with that left knee, making sure that the joint stays stopped. We don't want to lock out that left knee. Whenever we lock out the knee, it inhibits circulation. From here, bend the right knee, keeping that softness in the left knee, deeper bend in the right knee. So we're getting some weight off the left leg. We still are actively pushing through the left heel. You can imagine that you're able to lift your left toe without lifting the toe too much. Hold there just for a second. Maybe lift it a little bit higher, and maybe lift your hips back, creating a deep hip hinge. This is also going to really lube up that left joint. So move nice and slow with this. There are healthy fluids in that joint that we want to produce to maintain mobility. Push back a little more. When you're ready, come to center, bend the left knee and straighten the right leg. Let's extend the arms out. Flip both palms up. Notice that when we flip the palms up, we're able to pull the shoulders down and back. It's called retraction and depression. It is one of the #1 anatomical movements we need for proper posture as we age. Reach the left arm straight up. Keep bending the left knee. Lower that right hand down on the back of the leg. Option to look up so we can work with that cervical spine, mobility and strength. If it hurts, you can look over your right shoulder, still working with mobility. Breathe into the upper left lung. Big inhale. Notice at the top of the breath, you can reach a little more. The expansion of the lung is going to give you more mobility. Big inhale. Reach at the top of the breath a little more and relax. It looks like interpretive dance. Check it out. One more big inhale, reach. And then exhale, slowly come to center. Place the left hand on the left thigh. This is a movement we've been practicing the last few months to work a lot, not only on your hip and shoulder mobility, but all of the fascia and connecting tissues and ligaments that go from your hip all the way through your low back and diagonal. So move very slow with this. We're extending that right arm out, turning the thumb down, coming in. You may or may not swivel your pelvis with this. Bring it down towards the inside of that left foot. Inhale, open it up, big circle, option to open the hips again, and maybe even reach back behind you. Turning the thumb down, sweeping it in front of the pelvis and hips. Option to pull that right hip down, reach, inhale, open. Open the right hip as the right arm circles. Reach it back, pause, look behind you. One more, thumb down, circle it around, easy does it. Big inhale, open the hip and the shoulders, simultaneously coordinating the movement with the trunk of the body. Pause to look behind you. And now tuck the knuckles of that right hand in by your low back. Straightening out the left leg. Again, check in with the knees. From here, you have the option to hold it or extend your left arm out and flip the palm up, working on core stabilization. Press the right shoulder towards your right hip and try extending your left armpit over your left knee. If you start to get warm, I promise you're doing this right. Option to take the right arm up, This does require a little more physical effort from the trunk of the body, a little more core recruitment. Please try to smile about it and don't clench your jaw. And then take both arms over. Press the left arm up a little more. Good. Now just smile. Big breath. And exhale. Inhale, come up. Oblique work. And now relax your arms. Great job. Let's swivel that left toe in. Take a moment to find a little symmetry. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, circle the arms back. Place both hands on your flat back. Push the hips and tailbone back. Come forward. Lead with the chest so we can find a little symmetry in the pelvis before we go into all of that core and trunk work. Push into the low back. Push into the feet. Slowly come up. All right, before we do the other side, just remember that naturally it can feel different from left to right, especially as we do the other side. You're going to be compressing the liver a little bit. You might have undigested matter in your intestinal tract on the left side. So if you feel any stitches or any muscles that are tensing, you might just want to limit your range of motion. Let's begin by lifting that right toe and swivel it out to the side, making sure that that knee is soft. Healthy bend in the left knee. Right leg straight. Bend the left knee. Push the hips back. I know, right? You feel it on one side more than the other. I know some of you, there's a meme out there. It says, I'm sorry for the things that my face said while you were talking to me. I didn't mean to interrupt the conversation. And when you're ready, slowly start to shift it into that right knee, straightening the left leg. And as we do, we can lift the torso and realign the pelvis. From here, slowly come up into the warrior two position, the warrior two stretch. Let's flip both palms up. Hold it right there. Extending the right arm straight up. Lowering the left hand down to the back of the left leg. Breathe into your center chest. We've already practiced opening here. Now it's more length in the body. Let's look up. It's our interpretive dance movement. Breathe into the top right lung. Reach up a little more at the top of the breath. We're doing 2 more like that. Just when you think you really have had the biggest breath you can take, can you do a little surprise breath? Just a little bit more. One more inhale. Exhale, right hand onto the right thigh. Taking our left hand, we're circling it a few times. Easy does it. Take it in front of the body. Maybe let that left hip roll in. Drop that left shoulder to the inside of the right foot. Inhale, open it up. Reach behind you, looking back at that left hand. Turning the thumb down, sweeping in front of the hip. Rotating in through the entire trunk of the body from hip to shoulder rotation. Open it up. Pause as we reach back. Thumb in. Last one. Taking it down. All the way around. Big inhale. Reach behind you. And now tuck the left knuckles into your low back. Hold it right there. Option to straighten the right leg. Let's check in with both knees real quick, making sure that you can bend them and bounce them a little bit. Not only is this regulating circulation of blood in the body, but regulating also lymphatic movement, lymphatic drainage. Rolling our shoulder back. From here, we can extend the right arm straight out from the shoulder. Imagine you're trying to stretch your right armpit over that right knee. Imagine you're holding on to maybe just a 6-pound bowling ball. Press up. So you're recruiting what we call dynamic tension. It's different from holding a golf ball. Holding a bowling ball. Press. Option to extend this arm up. Maybe straight up. Maybe overhead. We're actually manipulating physics. That's what's creating a different workload. This is all physics. It's called lever lead. Push up a little more. Remember to smile. Press the left shoulder towards your left hip. Act surprised. And now inhale and bend your other knee. Good. Release the hands to the hips. Swivel the right toe forward. Let's find some symmetry again. Inhale, both arms up. Hold it there. Look up for a moment. Big breath in. Circle the arms back. Just like we did before, palms are going to go flat onto the low back, pressing into the SI joint. Big breath into your center chest. Exhale, come forward, tilting the tailbone back, leading with your ribs and your heart. Option to hold it right there at the halfway point, or maybe take the hands down to your thighs. Maybe slide the hands past the knee joint to the shin and hang your shoulders and head nice and loose. Just a gentle forward fold. We don't do a lot of forward fold in here because a lot of us don't need to necessarily stretch our backs, but we do need to decompress the spine itself. And that is a misconception for those of us who sit a lot, thinking we need more back stretching. It's more about decompressing the spine itself. Hang your head loose, shake it, yes. Turn it left and right. Let's take our sweet time to come to a still point. Pivot the heels in, toes out, bend the knees, and walk the hands up onto the thighs. With a flat back, inhale, come up, 5-pointed star expression. Big inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull your elbows in tight to the ribs, bend the knees, tracking in alignment with your toes, holding it in more of a sumo squat. Right? Just like that. Inhale, bring it up. Big breath in. Come down slow, sumo squat. Now let's try to create a specific movement, a choreography with the breath. Inhale up a count of 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Come down, count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll add a breath to it. Inhale. Now, like you're blowing bubbles. Inhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Option to pause. Exhale, blowing bubbles. We're doing the blowing bubbles because it makes a long exhale and it has the potential to tap into what's called the relaxation response. Not only are we manipulating the nervous system to release tension in the whole body, but we're also manipulating the muscles in your jaw and face, cranial sacral connection. These energies connect to your pelvis and hips. One more. Inhale up. Blow bubbles. Relax your hands. Big inhale through your nose. Exhale like you're fogging a mirror. 2 more. Last one. Let's change it up and have fun with it. Lion's breath. Stick your tongue out this time. You're not the ones on camera. 2 more. Last one. Now walk the hands up and in. Bring the feet in nice and slow. Let's wrap up our total body reset with some symmetrical breathing. Big inhale, arms up. Lift the heels, reach up, open up your chest. Exhale, sweep the hands back. 2 more. Big breath in. Reach up, look up, lift the heels, reach a little higher. Drop the heels, sweep it back. Last one. Big breath in. Lift up, reach it up, lift the heels a little more, and then sweep it back. All right, you are all done, everybody. There you go. That was